Hey guys, it's me, VVM2025. Welcome to my review of Sony Animation's latest hit, K-Pop Demon Hunters. This is part of my series on this channel, where I do reviews for any movies, series, or any video game I played recently. You will hear my honest thoughts coming from a guy who's pretty unfamiliar with K-pop and Korean culture in general, but you'll be happy to know I really like this film. There will be spoilers at some point in this video, which I will indicate through a timecode. Now, I've come to watch this movie because I was curious about the viral nature of it, and because it's 3D animation, of which I'm passionate about. The viral side because, yeah, out of nowhere, without hearing anything about this movie, my entire Instagram Reels feed was suddenly filled with fan content and everyone going crazy about how good this movie supposedly is. Recommended even within my family through my cousins. But yeah, my first thoughts were how I was probably not the target demographic for this, and I was deeply confused. I'm not here as a K-pop fan. Besides maybe BTS and Blackpink, of which I've heard about before, I don't know much of that world. I'm a big music lover. But K-pop? Well, I like it. I find it catchy, but I'm not the type to buy merch and sing along. Well, mostly because that would mean I need to learn Korean, and that's not in my current plans. But I can appreciate it from afar, especially since I can tell Michael's influence, and that makes me happy as a fan. Now, the 3D animation side, as you know, one of my biggest passions. I love the art style of this film. Spider-Verse vibes, influence clear, but it also manages to do its own thing by taking a page out of anime, whereas Spider-Verse took a page out of comic books for its aesthetic. I gotta be honest here, if this film was an anime, I probably would never have watched it. This is the part where you learn something absolutely scandalous that you didn't know about me before, but I have never been into anime. Many people, and I say many people around me, have tried to initiate me to this world, but while I do admire the artists, I don't find it appealing to me. I've never been attracted to anime styles and tropes, so sorry if you're a subscriber and an anime fan, but you won't see any anime here. And K-Pop Demon Hunters, the review today, is the closest thing to anime you'll ever hear me talk about. But it's not anime, it's a 3D animated film. Now that you know my background with K-pop, anime, all that stuff, and while I could at first feel like I'm not the target demographic for this film, well, I'll talk about the film and how it surprised me and managed to win me over completely. So K-Pop Demon Hunters is a story about a successful K-pop girl band named Huntrix, composed of Zoe, Mira, and Rumi. But the twist is, off stage, they're also demon hunters. Demons want to consume souls, as many as they can, and they always hatch new plans to get more and more every time. But this time, they create a K-pop boy band, the Soja Boys, as a way to counter Huntrix, both in album sales and on the battlefield. People rapidly get hooked on this new band, without knowing they're being trapped to this devilish plan, and it's up to Huntrix to face their biggest challenge yet. The movie presents this world where the occult can be fought and contained with the power of music, which I find very interesting. There's some sort of invisible protective layer around the world called the Hun Moon. It traps the demons in their world, and from my understanding it has to be maintained through releasing songs. And this is a multi-generational thing. In the 50s, 60s, 70s, up to this day, there's always been a trio of girls maintaining the Hun Moon and fighting demons. I think this is a great metaphor for how music can often be an antidepressant if that were to be the intention of the author. I'm pretty sure most people who don't understand music fandoms see them as some sort of wicked, occult mind control with how it takes over crowds of people to make them dance, sing along, and even faint. So very clever to play with that in the very concept of this film with the Soja Boys. But that's just the power of music. It's not evil, it's simply fun, good vibes, and a remedy for bad times. Over the course of the film, the characters build great chemistry. You can tell Zoe, Rumi, and Mira are friends who stick together through everything after finding each other, almost like sisters. And each of them has had a sad period of their lives where they felt like they were outsiders, like they didn't belong anywhere until they found their place. place. They found real, golden friendship. Zoe is the rapper, and you could think rap makes you seem all tough and unapproachable when you effortlessly spit fire bars on the daily. Which is why it's so funny to me how she's total opposite. She's silly, funny, adorable, until it's time to grab the mic. At first glance, I would have said Mira would be the rapper of this group, but no, she's the dancer, the choreographer. She's quite the character. She can seem unfazed and grumpy, but not Squidward grumpy. She's also caring when she needs to be, and she is a staple of this trio. And last but not least, the main vocalist and star of the show, Rumi. And Rumi is complex because she's hardworking, she's a perfectionist, and being the leader of a demon hunting group, she is secretly a demon. Yep, you heard me. Well, half a demon actually. You see, she has those purple patterns engraved in her skin that she keeps hidden as much as she can under jackets and sleeves, but it's ironic when she sings a song that includes the lyrics such as "I'm done hiding." Yeah, no, you're hiding. That is the point, you're hiding. So that's a very interesting dynamic where what she sings does not correspond with what you're seeing on the screen, and that gives you kind of an uneasy feeling, and the effect works great. So yep, she's a demon hunting demons, and no one around her knows she's a demon. Great pitch. But she was promised by her parent figure, Celine, part of a past K-pop girl band, by the way, that she would be able to revert back to normal once the honeymoon is sealed. And for that, she has to release enough songs to conceal it nicely. So she works hard, non-stop, to the point where she completely ignores Zoe and Mira's exhaustion at times, releasing new songs even while on vacation after a tiring tour. She reminds me of Elsa in many ways, not only for the braided look, but also for the character core, trying to hide her true form from everyone and trying to keep those heavy secrets to herself. The movie also gets compared to Frozen as the new big hit of the 2020s, while Frozen was the big hit of the 2010s. In characters, we're not done because there's also Jinwoo. Very backstory focused, a man who sold his soul for fame and became a demon agent. He's the one behind this idea to make a demon boy band, but you'll see he kind of plays double agent through the story. The film is full of emotion, but the overall vibe I felt most was comedy. The comedic timing, the expressions, the hidden jokes in the background, there's so much to like here. You can tell the film was engineered to appeal to the masses, and I mean the modern generation masses hooked to screens, socials, and making edits of whatever they like. There's a lot of love put onto the screen, and that is clear. From now on, I will dive into spoilers, so beware. If you don't want to see anything about the movie and go in completely blind, I suggest you skip to the indicated time code. Subscribe, comment, leave a like, share around with your friends. Any bit of support feels very much appreciated. If you're still here, that means you don't mind being spoiled, so now I'll go into the more emotional aspects of the film. While still cartoony, the film dives into deep themes, like dancing with the devil, abandon, dependence, and sacrifice. Jinwoo acted selfishly, leaving his family behind for fame. As he's being brought inside for comfort and warm sheets, his family is still sleeping outside, living in misery. The fact that Rumi's mom has died, she dated a demon, and she was the leader of the previous generation, where Celine, Rumi's parental figure, performed alongside her. Rumi was taught to hide her patterns, never show much skin in her costume choices for that reason, prevent herself from hanging out at the jacuzzi house with her besties, also for that reason. She was taught from a very young age to not embrace her true form and instead hide it, with a fake promise of them disappearing once the honeymoon is sealed. But no, she was born demon, she stays demon. There's no way for her to revert to a human since she has demon genes, right? And going back to that feeling of uneasy from what you hear is not what you see on the screen, there's a dissonance, there's a sad implication that phantom menace of sorts of getting your soul taken if you happen to get hooked on Soda Pop from Jinwoo's band, and yeah, all that entails. You like the song, you're dead. That's crazy. It's a Venus flytrap of a song. I happen to enjoy when movies show something seemingly innocent and harmless with a darker truth hidden deep under. When words, actions, or lyrics in that case get twisted and you understand the real meanings once the dark truth is revealed. In that case, the catchy soda pop, where it seems like they're talking to a girl so pretty that she feels like a soda pop he loves to drink. Well, no, that's actually a metaphor for drinking up the souls of the people who listen to this song. And I love that sort of stuff. Best example I could find is WandaVision, one of my favorite series I ever watched. Now you could be like, why the hell are you talking about WandaVision in a K-pop Demon Hunters video? Well, because there's this whole vibe of what you're seeing is not happy-go-lucky, and there's a deeper, darker truth that gets revealed through hints here and there to get you a little bit uneasy before the true reveal drops. I'm sure there's better ways to express this, but that's the best one I could find. Another moment like this I liked and I can point out is when the diss track Huntrix have prepared to counter Saja Boys gets used on Rumi instead. The entire time writing this song, she's uneasy about dissing and insulting demons in the lyrics because she is one. And you can see that she does not want to sing this song. She wants to change the lyrics. And Mira goes doubtful because she's like, why do you want to change the lyrics? We hate demons, right? Why don't we diss them? Why don't we do this all the way? And in the point of the movie where the characters are at the lowest, it comes back in your face and in Rumi's face. It hurts even worse when the lyrics are directed at her. And that sneaky tiger Derpy and the bird Sussy, I know that's you guys. I know you stole the lyrics from Rumi's bin. Those two, by the way, a highlight in terms of humor in this film. The fact that Jinu made the hat for the tiger, but the bird keeps stealing it. That's it for the spoiler section. I swear there's so much to like in this film. Even if, like me, you don't feel like you're the target demographic, the film will surprise you. I can guarantee it. And the songs, man, I gotta be honest, they're on my Spotify playlist. They are so good. They don't make me wanna look into other K-pop artists yet. I don't feel that need, but still, like, Takedown, How It's Done, Golden, What It Sounds Like, Free, my mom's favorite. Because yeah, that's another thing I need to point out is that I made my mom watch this movie and she loved it. Like me, she doesn't like anime and she thought this movie was anime, so she did not want to watch it until she did, and now she is a fan. So yeah, it's not turning me into a K-pop fan, but it turned me into a Huntrix fan. And I'm looking forward to the sequel and whatever they're gonna do, because this is now a big franchise. I can guarantee that too. Sony, you messed up big time by leaving that movie to Netflix, because now it's going to be their bread and butter and you're going to have to rely on Spider-Man, and we want good Spider-Man, we don't want Madam Web. So yeah, I rate K-pop Demon Hunters a 9 out of 10. It's a certified VVM, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Always let Mira finish her ramyeon, and I'll see you next time. Take care!
We are the the moment. Look together going. Gonna be golden. Up with our voices. You're gonna shake the moment. Gonna be golden. Oh, I don't hiding. No, I'm shining like a butterfly. Your time, no fear, no life, no you. We're born to be.